How's it going, everybody? Let's take a zoomed in look on Ethereum today. The last video I did was a bigger picture. It covered the monthly, the weekly, and the daily candles. So from here today, let's look at the daily, see how that ended up, and then zoom in to the 4 hour and the hourly just to get a feel for what's going on in the short term. Alrighty, so just a quick look here at the daily. Yesterday, we finished in the red, as you can see. A nice little red candle basically overtook, how many days is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days of trading. Basically just negated it and came back to this price point right here. So that's quite a day, quite a drop. I think everybody was very optimistic the past few days, especially with this rise right here, and was expecting sort of a continuation, maybe beyond these fibs right here, up to this retracement on the big. Just a reminder, this fib layout is for the bigger picture. Longer term, it covers, I believe it's the full, starting from the previous bull run in 2018, and this right here is from the local top at the all-time high a few months back, so a shorter time frame. So keep that in mind. So let's zoom in. We still have the golden cross on the daily. I mentioned that in the video before, that on the weekly it was going sort of horizontally, and on the daily I was much more optimistic because of this exact point right here. There's this golden cross as opposed to straight horizontal. So in the short term here on the dailies, looking good. Let's zoom in on the 4 hour. Let's take a look. Okay, so similar to Bitcoin, I put out a video, same concept on Bitcoin today, and it had basically the same thing going on already. So I just want to get the fibs in there. We have a nice 4 hour sort of increase going on the past few days. Started here and ended here. So this trade would have been a nice little, for Bitcoin is about 16%, but we'll take a look in a second here as to what it would have been for Ethereum. Let's do the measuring tool. Let's start it off here. Oh, a little too low. One more time. If you had bought there and sold about here, 30%, that's almost double. It was 16, so 32%, yeah, it's about double. Oh, undo that, there you go. Cool. Alrighty, so it looks like we found some resistance. Okay. Here at the 2.5, which is about the golden ratio for the bigger fib. That's an interesting. And it rolled over down to find support here, the 382, which was a point of resistance. So this, similar to what's going on in Bitcoin, of course these assets are all correlated. I mean, when I keep repeating myself that it's similar to Bitcoin, of course it is. Ethereum and Bitcoin are highly correlated with each other, along with the stock market. You know, everything's kind of connected. Sentiment, market sentiment is always very similar to one another, even amongst different markets. So we have this resistance up here and this resistance, so higher high, perfect. We have a low here, a higher low, perfect. So I guess we could do that. Or could it be an ascending wedge? Is that an ascending wedge? I'd have to look into that. You can teach me as much as I can hopefully teach you, so I'm learning along with you. We can do one of these patterns, and then it kind of breaks out. This was the hope, and it stopped. So let's go back. Alrighty. So this is what I'm saying here. So you see the start of a little bit of a support line forming, and this is the 382, and the 272. Actually, these are older fibs. Let me go ahead and change this up. So select this one. I always enjoy doing things live because it gives you guys an idea of the thought process. So I'll show you what that big fib was. Zooming all the way out to the monthly candles, you can see the the bull market, the bear market here. So you can see this is the peak of the bull market in 2018. We'll set a fib down right there. And we can just take a look. Let's line it up as close as we can. Come on, there you go. And to the low, wick to wick. Perfect. So you can just see as a reminder from before. We'll zoom out. Look how well the monthlies are hitting the fibs. It peaked right here at the golden 3.5, came back down to the 1.5, and now it's climbing back up. Boom, boom. Look at those. The fib just touching. Fib, 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 touching. This one's a little overextended, I should say. A little overextended. Right now it's working its way through here, so hopefully we continue to see this climb up slowly but surely. But anyway, let's zoom back into the daily. And so the second fib that I laid down was the local top and the local bottom. And that correlates to the all-time high from back in late 2021. Boom. And let's go down here. And it has almost the same bottom, but it is different. Okay. So now that you kind of have an idea, let's zoom in again. So now these are lined up a little better. Look at where the fibs are on the daily. Okay, as you can see here, these two are overlapping so strong. It was a point of resistance here, back here, and now it is a point of support, hopefully. So when we zoom into the 4-hour and the hourly chart, I'm going to assume and I'm going to hope that this becomes sort of a reversal pattern and starts heading back up. Because otherwise you're going to come down here and probably find this line as an area of support. This line right here, where these two fibs are. You can kind of see right here some overextension on that. Okay, so let's go to the 4-hour. Get a better idea where, oh, look at that. Actually, let's just skip the 4-hour. We kind of covered it already with, you know, was it the 30% trade from here to here? Just about. Let's do a 1 hour to see. Oh, that's a minute. Too far. I don't like going too far in. It's one of those things where it's like, we don't need that much detail if you're more of a swing, I guess, day trader. So look at that. Let's take this. So right here, you can kind of see some sort of, you know, double 1, 2. So hopefully this starts to pull us back up. That's the hope, right? Yay, green candle. If it comes down here and it drops, boo, bad candle. That would not be good, because then you would, I would guess, support down here. I mean, I guess if you wanted to put some buy orders down there, kind of step your way down, that would be interesting. And then on the way up, you know, up here, it looks like if we break, let's see, if this line is broken, which is the 5 of the smaller fib, maybe we can go up to this right here. And where would that put us on the big fib? Little fib, big fib, overlaps, yay. That would put us around the 2702 here. I don't know, maybe, do you think it could extend all the way up? That's quite a bit of a rise. Let's measure that. We'll do it real time. Okay. So let's say here, where it is now, just about. So if it comes up here, that's about another 18%. We saw that it did a 30%, so about this area here. if that makes sense. So I'm just seeing, if there's any way that it could do the same 30%, especially on the 4 hour that we saw just recently, and sort of repeat itself as it climbs up. If it goes farther than that, let's move you out of the way. If it climbs farther than that, you're looking at something around the 60% to get to the 3702, but that might be a little too far. Anyway, you get the gist. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I just want to see if this ends up reversing right here, this tiny little pattern. Zoom back in. If this right here, this is the thing to watch. If this reverses, because you're finding this support line here with the 2 fibs. Otherwise, so bad, good. Just to sum it up, and that would make everybody happy. Yay. Awesome. Well, keep an eye out for the next one, and we'll keep an eye on this and see where it goes. Appreciate it.